I wasn't sure if I was going to upload this video because it's kind of hard to learn, but take a shot. Good luck. Getting here is the tough part. All right. I am going to start assembling this 100-pound black grouper. I got this grouper in, I don't know, late August or early September. It is middle of February. Just to give you an idea how long it's been soaking. It takes time, and I paint after it's done soaking. I paint them. That's just what I do. I think it looks better, and it gets rid of any small traces of yellow that may be left in some oily fish. But I just hit them with a little bit of paint to make them look good, and then when I'm done assembling it, I'll clear coat the whole thing so it gives it a nice kind of a, not full shine, not matte, but kind of semi finish. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the lower jaw. As you can see with this black grouper, a lot of the teeth come out, and I got as many as I possibly could. Some go down the drain, that's just the nature of it. I'll post a picture here, the last one I did, but it takes me like an hour just to glue all the teeth back in with tweezers and everything. One important factor, don't lose your eye sockets. There should be 4, so 2 eyes. So there's 2 of everything. Get all your stuff lined up. I mean, this is a big boy skull. Oh, look, another piece fell out. So there's always stuff that's gonna pop out. I'm gonna time lapse this video because I know you don't wanna sit here and watch like 2.5 hours of assembly after 7 or 8 months of soaking. And I'll spare you when I go to glue all these little teeth back in. The tops usually do better, but as you can see, there's plenty of teeth on the inside of this black grouper carbo. Kingfish, wahoo, they'll lose like 6 to 10 teeth. These guys, for some reason, grouper lose all their teeth in the process. They just sit at the bottom of the bucket. But you'll get a little bit of damage here and there, as you can see on that guy. That's just part of the process. But at the end of the day, we're gonna make it look pretty sick. So stay tuned for the time lapse. All right, so I got gill plates done, bottom jaw, top jaw, eyes, and those are part of the gills on the back. I'll probably glue the vertebrae up together tonight, and then yeah, the rest of this stuff kind of goes on as you get the skull mounted to the lower jaw and then the upper jaw on, because as you can see, this rests like that. This guy sits beautifully right there. Let me see if I can do this holding the phone. It sits right there. These big old bones come in perfect right there. So yeah, so just got to put it all back together. But I'm gonna cut the video for tonight because I'm gonna glue up this backbone, and I'm gonna start working on these teeth with a fresh bottle. So luckily I got all of that right there glued with 1 bottle of super glue. To give you an idea, it cost me about $60 in super glue these days because they're like $7.50 a bottle. I'll flip back to the time lapse once I get all the teeth in and we get that head on, and it's really going to start coming together quick once I get those bones on. All right, man, that took me about 50 minutes. There's not really a lot you can do on this guy. I could throw some smaller ones on there, but I'm not. But the impactful one is this bottom jaw. And I mean, you can see there's probably, I don't know, 100 or so teeth that I put back in. And that's how grouper eat, man. They don't let go once they grab something. So got the top jaw, bottom jaw pretty much finished. So now it's gonna be to figure out how I'm gonna get this skull, which has the backbone on it now, in the right position so that I can put these sides on. So Got to use something to hold this up, and then glue those on, glue that to the skull. So it's kind of it sucks. It's my least favorite part of the process, but here we go. All right, so man, that really sucked, and it's not perfect, but it's as good as it's gonna get for right now. You can see kind of this side's a little bit higher than this side, but overall it's straight. It just could be how I glued this bone piece together. We're gonna let these joints cure for a couple minutes before I go moving anything, because this thing is literally, if it falls down again, I'll be so disappointed in myself. So, sorry, the camera's moving. So we're like a little over an hour and a half in, got the teeth in, hour and a half tonight. I did an hour or so last night. I'm gonna let that structure sit, and I gotta look at some pictures to make sure that I think there's another support that'll hold. Actually, you know what? Structure / support would be if I put the dang jaws on. So when I put the jaws on, the glue points will be there, and it'll glue right there. And there's 3 more points of contact, top to bottom, to help support it. And then these bad boys go, that's the other side. Gotta make sure I do it right. Something like that. I might actually, you know what? I'm wrong. It goes up underneath, right there. Nope, I was right. See, this is why it takes time. You just got to play with it, see what looks good. None of my skulls are biologically perfect. They're as good as I can get them based on what I can see on pictures. And yeah, then they all look kind of cool, but no 2 skulls exactly alike. I've even had to take the grinder right there and grind the edges of the bones to make them fit better into the joints, because during the process you just lose stuff and it just doesn't fit right. So, all right, we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes and then get back to it. All right, I'm gonna call it for the night. I got a couple more bones. These big boys go in kind of like right back and behind here, connect to the top of the skull. So I'll get those fitted in tomorrow. And then a couple of these guys will fit in wherever I can fit them. And then using the gills and a couple of these bones, we're gonna build out the gill section in the middle here. It'll rest just on the inside. It's gonna look pretty sick, but overall it's a big daddy grouper. Pretty happy with how it's holding together. We're gonna let it cure overnight, and probably got about 30 or 45 minutes more tomorrow and I'll be good to go. All right, so I just hit it with a little bit of that semi-gloss clear coat, built the base, installed the gills, put a little stain in there, and it's not perfectly aligned, but sometimes you just take what the fish will give you. So we're gonna let that base stud cure up in there so that it fits perfectly in the spine. And I just gotta blow it off with the compressed air and it should be ready to go. Please don't fall. it's just gotta get cleaned up a little bit. But that, my friends, is another sweet looking carbo. If you are interested in having me do this for you and catch a fish, give me the head and I'll make them out. Shoot me a comment below. Thanks for watching.